Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Darkwood. And today my goal is going to be to head up to the radio station that we recently learned about and see what's going on over there. And presumably that's the source of whatever seems to be calling the inhabitants of this area. We've never figured out what's going on with the wreckage, even though it did mark it on our map. But before we do any of this, I have to make a return visit to the village. Because a lot of you were saying that I should hear the evil tree out. The evil tree that may be the cause of everything that's wrong in the Darkwood for all I know. Maybe it'll have something useful to say. I'm a little wary of that after my experiences with the wolf, but maybe I guess if so many people are saying it, democracy rules in this Let's Play. But before I do any of that... Oh, hello. Have you come above ground? You're a centipede. I had come back here because I read somewhere that there's another set of pliers around here somewhere. Are you the same one from the village? I guess you're not one of the village's inhabitants then. You just do this wherever you please. Look, man, I don't want anything to do with this. I just want to find some pliers. Perhaps I should go forth with the rifle at the ready. Just in case he decides he wants to attack me. I was not ready to be scared this early on in this video. Oh, it's all closed off. There's got to be something somewhere, but I don't have a whole lot of time to look around. Night is fast approaching. Alright, everybody's saying that there's a crate there with pliers in it, but I haven't been able to find anything. So let's prepare for nightfall. All the windows seem to be intact. The generator is low. Very low. I have to fill that up. Let's grab just one of these. Oh man, my inventory is so full. I have so much that I need to get rid of. Inventory management is becoming a real problem here. And, like, I almost can't even sell it at the rate that I need to. Let's just dump most of this in. In fact, it may even be worth it to fill the whole thing up and just get our inventory space back since gas is no longer an issue. Another night. Another desperate bid to survive. Once again, I'm going to stand on my broken glass of safety to hopefully deter any centipedes which may decide to harass me during the night. And we're going to be making more use of our axe. I feel like I spend a lot of time very close to enemies anyway. Who's moving around out there? And the extra damage is very useful to have. Now, I did upgrade it with the additional durability. I don't know if I gave it more damage. Oh, there's a big dog out there. With any luck, it'll wander straight into one of the bear traps. Which I now have practically an infinite supply of. Ow! Die. One hit from the middle click and you're dead. That's useful. Can I... Isn't there a way to... Yeah, I can eat you right from the inventory. Yeah, somebody commented that in the last video. It was tutorialized on in the beginning of the game, and I just haven't thought about it in forever. Ow. Oh no, you're one of these. Oh, does that mean that... Nope, ow, ow, nope, no. Hang on, wait, let's use an ability for the first time. Let's see if this works. Ow, no, I'm dead. So I guess time doesn't stop when you bring it up. Yeah, I need to get my head in this, because honestly, I'm not really feeling it right now. But it's been like 6 days or whatever. I've been really busy this week, so I haven't had time to record more. My head's not in it. So now that it's morning, I guess we'll head over to the village. I gotta sell so much stuff. That's really annoying that those darkness ones can walk right over bear traps and not do anything. There's a bunch of rotten mushrooms. I'm honestly going to leave those. Let's grab all this stuff back. Well, whatever. I'm gonna get plenty of rep anyway. I'm gonna sell you one of the long barrels, because I know that I'm not gonna need it. This. I'm gonna sell you these pills. You guys said that they're really useful for navigating through the swamp, so I'm not gonna sell all of them, but I am gonna sell most of them, because I haven't really been making use of them. And of course I'll buy our typical shotgun shells and medium caliber bullet, and I'm also gonna buy weapon parts as well, because I know that I need those for the shotgun that I'm aiming to build. Now let's just add more ammo to our little ammo closet. 15 total rounds of shotgun ammo. And I don't know if there's any way to get the other one back when I upgrade from the other shotgun, but no matter. Let's go like that, and like that. And I'm also going to just drop the bike bell on the ground somewhere, because I no longer have any use for this thing whatsoever. It's just taking up inventory space. There's no reason to find a cabinet for it or anything, just get rid of it. And I suppose we'll go see what the tree has to... Actually, wait. In the comments for the last video, one of you said something about a dresser that I've been walking by all this time. I don't remember what the context for that was, but... yeah, let's try moving this. Oh, can't do that with the lamp there. Also, I'm thinking maybe I should move one of these lamps to the other room. I've been using them for ghost safety, but I've needed to move more often than I've needed to be ghost safe. Hello! This is it! This must have been what you were talking about! Container search. This is the thing the guy on the ground outside the entrance to the Silent Forest was talking about. Oh, so many goodies! A note with a photo of signs. Are those the sketches that we've been seeing the savages put on the ground? And come to think of it, the doctor was also making them on the floor of his house. September 12th, 1984. We found new signs 17 kilometers west of the hideout. 33 points, 12 circles, 1 cataloged pattern, 6 unidentified patterns. Simple scribblings of a madman. There must be more to this. But don't forget, we've also got to check our notes at some point. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on shotgun ammo, which is all the more incentive. All the more incentive to upgrade to the new one. Oh, and I got some more pills for you. Now the job for today is going to be to go speak to the tree, see what he has to say, and then go back through the holes and try and find those pliers so I can make that dang shotgun. I have everything else I need except the workshop upgrade. Now how was it that I get into here? I believe there was a pass, maybe a little bit further down? At this point, maybe a little bit further up. And don't forget, there's also still a lot of exploration that can be done in there. That was actually locked behind barricades and doors, so we can use the axe to work our way with that. After the endurance upgrade, or after the durability upgrade, it can actually do a lot more in a single trip. One of you pointed out that the reason this tree was able to kill me so quickly might be because I have the greater vulnerability to poison. Like maybe they inflict poison damage, and it was amplified as a result of that. Oh, I can dig through the rubble, but I don't have enough shovel condition. Okay, I'll have to remember that that's there. Old man should be in here. And you told me that I can't actually find wheels for his chair. That's kind of a dummied out thing that may have existed in an earlier version of the game, but doesn't now. Listen to those groans coming from its gnarled branches. Let's see what it has to say. Oh, look at that. It's like a cluster of worms. The mouth on that guy up there gibbering away. I had thought that it was imitating the people of the village, but has it actually consumed them? and how much of them actually makes up what this tree is. The tree is gigantic. Its bark stays in constant motion. It swells up and collapses into itself, as if breathing. I see human silhouettes growing out of the tree trunk. They're also moving, as if gesturing in slow motion. Dozens of mouths repeat their lines simultaneously, creating a uniform, noisy murmur. Between the boughs, I catch a man's gaze. It's fixed on me. His body, similarly to the other beings, seems to form an integral part of the tree. His limbs are gnarled and his face is grotesquely deformed. He's the only one to acknowledge my presence. So he's the voice of the Legion, huh? His hand slowly raises, pointing to something on the horizon, above the rooftops of the destroyed village. The man's lips are moving, but the ghastly murmur of the other voices drowns out his words. I can either kick the tree, hoping that the voices will go silent, try to climb the tree, or look at the lips of the person talking to me. Let's go with the safe thing first, shall we? Even though the figure speaks sluggishly, it is too high for me to read its lips properly. I think one of the words is radio. So this too is probably related to the radio tower. Now what happens if I try to climb the tree? This is not something I would attempt, but what happens? The bark is slimy and soft. Its creases move away from my shoes and hands. I feel the arms that protrude from the root tugging at my clothes. I'm not sure if they want to drag me down or pull me closer. I barely break free from their grasp. Climbing up is out of the question. Well, I suppose that only leaves physical assault. I kick the tree trunk with all my strength, breaking a branch sticking out from between the roots. It hurts. I hear a silent voice coming from beneath my feet. It's the face of a man who has grown into the root. He's completely covered in bark. His lips barely stick above the mud, and his raised arms resemble branches. One of them is broken in the elbow. The stump bleeds a white, gooey substance. Instead of seeping down, it slowly flows upward, forming a new arm. These people are still alive. They may have been integrated into some kind of hive mind, but they're definitely all individually still aware on some level. Oh, this is absolutely horrific. Everything in this game is some new, unique fate worse than death. I'm barely able to make out any conversations and squabbles from the horrible noise of the tree boughs. Boughs? You took everything from us. The shouts come from an old man. Only the tip of his head and one of his arms stick out from between the tightly crowded bodies. You stole it! Thieves! May the dogs piss on your faces! Right next to him, a woman's head, wobbling from side to side, repeats, "We were hungry. We were hungry." Another figure, hiding its face under an enormous root, lets out a chilling shriek. "Quiet! Leave us in peace! Shut up!" He's interrupted by a man next to him. His intestines hang out from his stomach. "It was our own common good. It was meant for all of us. You stole it." High above, at the top of the crown, Two silhouettes hanging side by side from their hands and legs grown into the trunk are trying to bite each other's faces off. And there's still more to examine. Now imagine the perspective of the old man who has to sit there, effectively crippled again by the loss of the wheels of his chair, just having to listen to this day in and day out. And these are all people he knew. I notice a little smiling face of a girl gazing at me from behind a cluster of sleeping heads, oblivious to the chaos around her. She studies me with curiosity. Just next to her, a massive man calmly hums some melody. The lullaby drowns in the overwhelming noise surrounding the tree. Okay, I was thinking when you guys told me to talk to the tree that maybe it would be some sentience that offers me some new route that I can take besides destroying it, but I can see now that all you guys wanted was for me to understand what it is I'm dealing with. Now while we're here, let's check on some of those loose ends we left untied. Oh, there's a corpse to search here. Well, I'll take your knife, I suppose. But where are some of those locked doors that I had come upon? There's a barricaded window. Any way to get in besides? No. Okay, so that's going to be a job for the axe. Another barricade right here. I can maybe get in that way. No, wait, there's already an open door. But apparently I've been here already. But that's locked. Okay, I'm not going to waste a lockpick. Or wait, was the window already slightly damaged? Because if so, that'll be an easier way to go. It was. Okay. Smack! Just make sure nothing's going to come running out at us. And in we go. I didn't bring the flashlight. I should have remembered to do that. Oh, never mind. Oh, speak of the devil. Let's take a small caliber. I think that was just soundtrack, but I thought it sounded like somebody walking up to me. Every day I can hear him more clearly. You don't believe me? I don't know what to believe. It's pitch black back here. Now that's unnerving. Oh, wait. That's another one of those, like, calcified figures, like we saw in the old woods. There's someone standing over the bed looking at this corpse. A torch. Okay, I don't really need that right now, but I'll remember that it's here. I love it when this game does things like this. Just adds these tiny little stories, these little, almost ghostly happenings that don't really connect to anything else in the game, that aren't meant to reveal anything greater, that are just there to add to the atmosphere of the Darkwood. Almost like that creepy little house on the edge of the dry meadow. Okay, it didn't seem to be completely broken based on its health, but I guess we're in. I always get nervous during these little searching load screens. Okay, more gas, another flashlight. Can I merge? No, I can't. Okay, well, once again, I guess I'll remember that it's there. More flares. I'll take this, I guess, but nothing particularly useful. Ow. I just ran into some poison mushrooms. I don't have an antidote on me. But I can come out... Oh, there's actually a shortcut through here. That's useful to know. Was that available before? I know this is the clearing where we found the doctor earlier. Yeah, but even with the poison vulnerability, it's not too bad for us. I haven't really explored what's more off to the side here. More gas, more scrap metal. I'm actually getting kind of annoyed that I have, like, almost too much gas. Anything through here? The scary thing about using a flashlight is that I just don't know if I'll be able to switch to a weapon fast enough if I encounter something. And when I do switch to a weapon, it'll leave me in the dark. Doesn't help that it's now started to rain. Something through here, some more mushrooms. What does it say on the ground there? The word thieves has been scratched out on the floor. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that that's Polish. I'm assuming that's referring to, I guess, people stealing from the stock of vegetables. Woodpile here, I don't need that. What's this through here? Destroyed painting. It's like some kind of religious portrait, but with iconography used by the savages scratched into it. Mud placed on the face and a crown of twigs. I believe time does still pass while I'm looking at my notes, or I would have a look right now. As it stands, I think it'll have to wait. Now that we have a flashlight, I suppose we'll once again continue the hunt for that crate that's supposed to be at these holes. I just can't find it anywhere. I saw a forum post by somebody saying that it's covered in fungus. And it's hard to see. Maybe in one of these corners here? Still can't find it. Alright, well, the wiki claims that there's a crate here, but I can't find it, and at this point I'm wasting too much time. It also says that there's stuff up to the northeast that I can maybe use, so maybe I'll use this little bit of time that I have in the day to try and at least find that location so I can go there later. This is really going to set me back like a whole day at this point. And anything to fill out the map a little bit more, I guess. We're currently walking through the Great Lake, and it is so dark. How can it be this dark outdoors? That's nuts. Hello. Don't have time for any of your sass. I'm gonna have to try the gas bottle on one of these days. Just so I know what it does, and I'm not, like, hopelessly trying to break it out during a banshee attack. Yeah, I think I'm just... Hello, what's over here? This doesn't seem like a good thing, but I can hardly see it. It's so contrasty. Oh, it's taking health away. If I look at it. No. Okay, well, I don't know how to know what to do about that. I'm just gonna leave. I can't interact with it even if I get close. No marker. There's gotta be something up here. Land, good. Land is good. I found the old shed. Okay, where is the old shed? Up here, I guess. I don't know if I really have time for this, though. Can spend a minute here, tops. There are some blurred traces inside the wheelbarrow. Looks like recently dried blood. Some flower arrangements all over the place. Flowers make me think of weddings. Place is infested with bugs. More gas. You know I'm not even going to take it? The floor is covered with flowers of various colors. The rest must have been lying here for some reason. It's a door code? Is it? Fine by me, because I don't have a lot of time to spend on this. I just have to make my way back to the holes and hope that I'm not slowed down too much by these swamp waters. Alright, at least we're out of that. Shouldn't be too far now, since I did so much waiting. I got you before, okay. So at least we're retreading some familiar ground. But I don't know where we are exactly. That's the problem with navigating in this game. I never know where I am exactly. Here's the holes. So I watched a YouTube video, and you know, call it spoilers, but apparently further in the southeast, there's another holes location, and I can maybe find the pliers there, but at this point, that's been pushed back to tomorrow. So let's get back in and prepare for another night defense. God, I have so many gas cans. I'm gonna have to do some merging, and honestly, I'm just gonna start making very liberal use of it, constantly filling up everything. Because there's no reason not to at this point. The game really wants me to have a lot of resources, it's clear, in the swamp. And so, in the interest of that, I think I'm going to build some of these fences. Some of you told me that I can actually gain a lot of breathing room during the night by repairing them, so I guess I might as well, right? So let's take a bunch of U's. And a whole bunch of U's. And get to work. There, homier already. Now, I don't know if that's going to have the effect of... Whoops, still need one more, I think. Yes. I don't know if that's going to have the effect of just slowing things down, or like if they won't hop over as often. I don't know. But it's something, right? Something to do with all these resources. And I'm actually at the point now where I am incentivized to use resources, if only because I have to get rid of some inventory space. Now... what do I do as far... okay. I'm also going to need what's left of that torch to clear away some of this fungus, because I'm going to need to be able to run through here during the night. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay, that's all I really need. And I'll put another bear trap down in this corner, because that seems to have helped me out so far. But not if those darkness enemies are going to be coming through. I hope they're not very common. I'll take the rotten mushrooms, I guess, but I don't really have a use for them. Unless I start mass production of gas bottles. I'm going to come back in here, and hopefully my head's a little bit more in the game than it was last time. Yeah, let's move this over. Push this to the side. And actually, you know, I've been theorizing this entire time that some kind of outside government force is sending people into the Darkwood in order to survey things, and the note that we found in here would seem to back that up. I'm wondering if the guy we found on the ground outside the house on the Southern Pass wasn't maybe part of one of the teams that stayed here. I mean, the third hideout certainly seemed like a barracks. Hi. Way to make an entrance. Smack. Smack. Yeah, okay, I was slightly more prepared tonight. This really is just a power move now, just eating the flesh of my just-killed enemies. Totally raw. Never did get around to moving this stuff around, though. Maybe I should take these gas bottles back. I'm itching for a chance to try these out, and I think tomorrow, because there's so many things in this game that I just never really tried. Now I think that we're getting towards the end. I should have stayed on my glass, huh? Oh, you just glitched through the ground there a little bit. Nope. Made that mistake again. But I still managed to get the hit in. Smack. Oh, yeah. I think I'm getting the timing down a little bit better for you guys. Ooh, and you drop pills as well. That's always good. And poisonous mushrooms. Didn't know you guys could just spawn inside. I don't know if I have a use for you anymore. I believe they're poisonous, right? I see those lights flickering. Are we going to have a little bit of an issue with ghosts tonight? Which reminds me, I should probably take out my flares, right? Almost time to eat some more of my enemy's flesh. We're about halfway there, but it's lasted a lot longer than I thought. 2 of these will keep you going through the night. Ugh, that startled me. I've never even repaired this door. I haven't had the need. Yeah, things are quiet so far. I think one of you had the idea of pushing a dresser in front of these to block the light from coming out. I've never received a definitive answer on whether they're attracted to light, but it certainly seems likely. And that's actually a really good idea. I can't believe I haven't thought of that this entire time. Something's happening. And now something's not happening. Sometimes it seems like events just come and go with the soundtrack, and I'm never quite sure if it's because I missed something, or it's because, like, it just happens sometimes, like if it just changes the soundtrack to give you anxiety. But then again, I'm sure a lot of things come and go every night that I don't even see. Well, this one was a bit uneventful. I kind of botched that first night. I really could have taken that dog. It's just like, when I come into these games after waiting so long between playthroughs, it just takes me a while to kind of get into it. Half an hour. And we're good. Day 55. It feels like it's been so much longer. Yeah, but let's sell some of our sellables, gas some of our gasables, and then we'll be on our way. Okay, so what's on our itinerary now? We need to go investigate the south to try and find some more pliers. We need to head to the radio tower, but that's going to be the last thing we do because we want to be as prepared as can be. Get into the old shed, which I wonder if we can axe that door down instead of getting the combo. And we want to dig through that area in the village that we could dig through. Oh, and let's not forget, we also have to check our notes. So let's go into J, Journal. The doctor has fled, saw that swamp, broken compressor. Was this illustration here before? I found an abandoned journal in the swamp hideout. I've managed to mark the village with the tree on the map thanks to it. Blah, blah, junkyard, the snail. I found a cottage crushed by an enormous snail. It turned out that it can speak. It begged me to cut it loose, which I did. It was paralyzed by some live tissue of an umbilical cord attached to a nearby tree. I managed to destroy it. It should be able to leave in peace now. Crawl away. Or something. I met a crippled old man in the flooded village. He's the last living inhabitant there. He begged me to destroy the talking tree. He claims that I first need to get to the cellar located near the tree. That's how I'll find its roots, which I need to burn. According to him, it's the only way to get rid of this abomination. Advice from a blind, deaf old man with no legs is the only lead I have so far. It's not much, but I've grown accustomed to it. I found the cellar under the tree. Unfortunately, it's completely flooded. I won't be able to progress any further, and it looks like the flooded corridor is the only way out. The old man advised me to find the elephants and obtain an oxygen tank from them. It will help me pass the flooded cellar corridor. Supposedly, they live in the northwestern part of the swamp. Okay, we already found the holes. Day 54, the talking tree. I encountered a talking tree. Its monstrous roots block my way back. I saw human figures grown into its bark and branches. One of them tried to tell me something, but the words were drowned in the other voices. I wonder if there's any way we can potentially isolate that voice. Well, it's obviously going to be something important. Yeah, this rain just does not want to let up. Alright, now from here, we're heading to the southeast, past the mushroom glade, which maybe we'll be able to find some useful things in there as well. I haven't actually explored it yet. Here we are. So from here, we'll want to head south. I believe last time I was here, it was towards the end of the day, so I didn't really look through it, but now we have much more time to spare. And of course, lots of... Shoulda known, shoulda known, shoulda known, shoulda known, shoulda known, and there's all kinds of nastiness all around. Come on, blow up. There you go. Oh, it's gonna be you guys sitting in there, isn't it? And not really leaving me a whole lot of room to run. Okay, this just got a little bit more dangerous. I've always got to be aware of what's behind me as well now. There is something here. A house all overgrown. Once again, forgetting to bring the flashlight. Let's remove this just to get the hazard out of the way. Everything inside the cottage is covered with mushrooms. The floor, though it looks like it's made of wood, bends under my feet. A white, colorless goo seeps from the ceiling and the walls. Hey there, Granny. Are you somebody I need to worry about? Granny's got some smart security solutions for people like me. This lady is exactly my mood at any given moment. An old woman sits on a weathered rocking chair. Her sleep is deep and peaceful. A handful of ripe mushrooms grow out from beneath her thick hair. Should I wake her? The old lady slowly opens her eyes. For a moment, she stares into space with an absent gaze. Finally, she becomes aware of my presence. Wait, you're not... Her empty eyes now take on a questioning expression. I didn't expect any guests. She throws a nervous look at the door on her right, then gazes around the mushroom-infested house. She relaxes a bit. I suppose you won't tell me what you want? And you want something, since you're standing here in front of me, right? Alright, so let's have a look at these choices, shall we? Point your finger at the door. Eat the old lady. Do nothing. I don't know how to even respond to that. Like, normally this is where I'd make some kind of comment. What do I say to that? It's the door to my chamber. There's nothing that would interest you there. The old lady puffs her cigarette. Come back when you remember what it is you want from me. The old lady examines the photo. Her thoughts wander far away. I remember cars driving along this road, and then they closed it. They set up a fence and a gate, but both the fence and the gate got devoured by the woods eventually. I think that's how it was. So pretty much confirming what I already guessed, there was some form of crisis early on that had a government response. Hello! Key on a key ring, a colorless key. It feels so soft to touch. There's a drawing of 3 flowers etched on the key ring. I wonder if that's to do with the cabin up north? And I'll take your pliers, too. Thanks, lady. This is what I really wanted. I could maybe use rocks to destroy some of these mushrooms as well. In fact, it almost seems like maybe I'm supposed to run out of here at some point, and that's why all these obstructions exist. With enough preparedness, we could make it easier to run back out. Oh my, there's even more mushrooms in here. But what does one expect from the mushroom house? Looks like there might be a crate back there, but I've already gotten such valuable stuff from here. Whatever. Alright, well I guess I don't need to find the holes at this point, but I probably still should, right? I mean, if they can provide even more fast travel options, that's something I want to know about. The quarry. Bound to be all sorts of evil shenanigans around here. It's another one of those wheelbarrows as well. Anybody here? I don't hear anything. No? Just something to obstruct my view? Well, it looks like there's a path through the south, though. I shouldn't be running in a place like this. I shouldn't be using up stamina like this. Rocks. Oh, you know what? That's really useful, actually. That sack of rocks will be extremely useful for going through the old lady's house. I'm not going to do it right this instant, but I'll remember that it's there. What is this big thing? Here's another giant gash in the earth. Let's make our way around this large object. It looks like it's the only way to the old quarry. Okay. I'm running around here, but it's so dark I have no idea what I'm doing. This rain just will not stop. I need to come back with a light source. Now the rain has stopped, we've still got some time to spare. And I've done most of what I wanted to do today, so perhaps it'll be worth it to go back and reinvestigate the quarry, assuming it's not still too dark. Yeah, it's doable now, although there's definitely still an oppressive fog to the place. Just what is it that I'm meant to find here, though? Can't get through here. What's the point of this place? A quarry would be a good space to store your holes, wouldn't it? A lot of dead ends as well. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. What's the point of this place? Maybe something happens here later? Well, I guess then we might as well go ahead and grab some of these rocks, right? And use them. Did I just... Yeah, I accidentally left the gas bottles behind. And use them to explore some more of Granny's house. Oh, there's a shrine in front of her house as well. Alright, probably not super relevant, though. How did we get in here again? Right through here. There goes that. Give us an extra path. And we can't go through anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, if that's how you want to play it. Do I not have a key? No. What about this? No. Next step, I guess, would be to try and make our way to what looks like a crate at the back of this room. No, a door. It leads to the backyard. Are those people sat down in the corner, all overgrown by fungus? And we could have just walked around this way, so it doesn't even matter. But there is a path through here. They're still alive. They locked themselves in the basement. What's happening? It's for our common good. Maybe people from the village? Oh, there's another house through here. There's not a lot of time left. I'm gonna have to head back soon. But I do have time to check this out, at least briefly. Blocked by another one of those eye things. If I can open that if I can get that eye to be spotted, right? I'm gonna need more to get through here. I gotta get through all that fungus. I can see you, causing you to open. Okay, it's a puzzle, is it? Alright. There's a way to do this, but I don't know if I have time to figure it out right now. Or maybe I do have enough time to run around and do it. Nope, guess not. Yeah, there's got to be some way to do this. I don't have time to figure it out right now. I feel like I'm doing that a lot this episode, finding things and then just being like, yeah, I don't have time for this. I'm starting to think that in this late game, the length of time in a day is just a little bit restrictive. Let's upgrade our workshop. And finally, we can build ourselves the pump-action shotgun. How cool is that? It has the exact same model as the single-shot shotgun. But I feel like, should I? No, it's too risky. It's too risky to go back to the village and try to risk shoveling out. But we'll definitely be bringing that shotgun with us to the radio tower when we go there in the near future. I get the feeling it's maybe like some kind of endgame. I'm probably going to save that until like the end of the next episode, because there's still so much more I need to do. I need to resolve the thing with the tree. I need to... there's so many things that feel like an endgame. I got to destroy the roots to the tree. I got to head to the radio tower. Before I can destroy the tree, I have to explore the northwest corner, figure out what's going on with the old shed. And there's a whole lot of no man's land in the middle. I have 2 lockpicks, so I don't really have super much need of the wire. But you know what I'm gonna do? Make a lantern. Because light was such a problem for this entire video. And you know, if I'm so worried about running out of battery or like having to switch weapons, I should just have one of these, right? I'm also gonna take this lamp, and I'm gonna drag it over here. Because look, since I don't even care about fixing doors anymore, the best place to put this lamp, and I'll be able to run here quickly if the ghosts come, is in the opposite corner over here. Because not only will it light up this room, it'll also bleed through that corner and light up the other one as well. At least enough for me to run through it. So that's a good spot for you. Our fences are up now. And honestly, I agree with what I've been reading from everybody, which is that this area is just so much easier than the previous hideout. Like, I've died a couple of times, but I expected to die in the other one. Interesting to note, we can also now make our own gas tanks, and they're not expensive. Actually, they're a great alternative to the gas bottles. Now let's actually grab some regular bottles. Night has fallen, so we gotta move. Start that generator. And we're going to want to toss one of these down on the ground so that we can have our centipede defense. And another night begins. Oh, great. But you know what? No problem. Now's an opportunity to test out the gas bottles like you guys have wanted. Now would actually also be a good time for the pistol, but sadly I don't have that. Since I'm not going to be using the rifle, I guess I'll also grab that. Oh, there you are. Come on, guys. Come at me. Come at me. Now, what does that do, though? It seems like it's starting to dissipate, but does it maybe need to be shot to ignite or something? It sounds like something's happening. I'm kind of in the dark here. Should I be getting out flare? Now, can I scream to get rid of you? That's the question. Oh, you actually will run that way, okay. But you won't necessarily flee the map. Ow. Hey. Die. Jeez. Okay, so that was quite a bit more easily survivable than I thought. Oh, it did! It killed a bunch of them! Die. Who's banging around out there? It's funny how much of just an annoyance more than anything else this has become. Die. I don't even have to care about anything. Dead Banshee, it so annoys me that you don't drop anything. But yeah, a whole bunch of you died just on contact with this stuff. What about in this other room? Gotta be careful not to step in my own bear trap. Or maybe you already did, yeah, when you were trying to flee after I screamed. So many firsts in this video. Things that you guys have been yelling at me to do for so long. Your light isn't really going into there. I know there's bugs somewhere else, dropping a whole bunch of new bugs all over the place. Oh yeah, there you are. Take your shell. The sickle getting some use. Okay, so what are some firsts? We used the sickle, we used the gas bottle, defeating the banshees quite easily, actually. I used an ability. That is episode 26, first time I used an ability. They've been something other than a hindrance through the negative traits. Not that that's the game's fault. I just feel so much more capable now. And, like, nothing else is showing up. I mean, you know, something's knocking on my door, and instead of a terrifying moment, it's just like, I'll get it. Walk out, just one slap that giant dog to death. I was terrified of those things when he moved into the second area. And nothing else really seems to be coming for me. Sounds like there might be something else walking around. Can I kill you for loot? I think that breathing might just be from the eye in the ground. But also we've been set on a whole... Hi? Human spider, right? No, you don't get to open with that. Die. Jeez. I'm more annoyed about the condition lost than anything at this point. You got any meat for me? No, not you. That's sad. That's a ripoff. If you can be a 2-for-1 fight, you should have 2-for-1 loot. And there we are. That's what this episode was. It was the day the librarian finally took people's advice. Despite the fact that I had been saying that I was going to start taking it the entire series. Alright, let's sell you... Actually, you know what? As sad as it is, we can actually sell you the old shotgun. Yeah, we can. So that's the single-shot shotgun. We want to take extra care to make sure we sell the right one, because it was quite expensive to build. And then we'll... Oh, where's the other one? That's the pump-action shotgun. That's the one we'll be keeping. Ah. Feels like a graduation, doesn't it? I started out this video talking about how my head just isn't really in the game, but I'm in it now. I'd really like to continue playing in this sitting, but unfortunately I'm kind of running out of time, so I'm going to have to end it here. A lot of stuff for us to do, and, well, I have a feeling the next part is going to contain a lot of content as well. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to do that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.